Hi, Assalamu alaikum. We'll try today to explain the Turnstile Model T150 motorized for MAKIM manufacturers. Uh, we will begin with the operation directions. We have bi-direction. We have two types. We have this type, and the other one, I think it's called G type. They are working in bi-direction, and we can modify it to work in one wing direction. Motion is motorized because it need to trigger the motor. The body is made from 1.5 millimeters 304 stainless steel. Wings have a 525 stainless steel pool. Mechanism, monoblock mechanism, steel material with various covers. We can here put any cover and you put any advertised as you wish. Bar consumptions, 22 volt, 50 hertz, 30 watt consumed. Operating consumption, 24 volt DC, and can make it for the inner panel, as we will explain later. Operating temperature from 0 to 70 degrees Celsius. Phase stop indicator, we have here indicator as an optional if we need. IP protection 42. Dimension, we can see the next picture to know the dimension cell. Weight, net weight is 40 kilogram. The dimension, as we can see, if we have a vertical view, we have here it's 100 centimeters wide, and we can consider the 5 centimeters left and 5 centimeter right. About the wing is height 53 centimeters approximately, and here we can see that the height of entire turnstile is 106 centimeters. We have the dimension here for the base that I should put the turnstile on it. We can see it is 21 centimeters, 21.7 multiplied by 89 centimeters, and this side is 16.7 centimeters. Usually it comes the base with one dimension 21.7 and 89 centimeters, as we can see. We need here nuts, as we can see, in order to put it in the base. An Acmon bullet, it's important, and we will see how to install the Acmon bolt. We here need sometimes a healthy material for harden the bullet itself with the cement or the base. And of course we need this one to drill the flow. We have here in the middle a hole with diameter 30 millimeters to can put under it a cable 3 by 1.5 millimeter square, and we can pull here a cable for the readers of access control and locks, and we need sometimes a emergency cable. It will be 2 multiplied by 0.25 millimeter square. How to install the bolt in the cement. It's important here to know that it should the base under the any turnstile has to be pure cement. The problem that we can face it in many times, and you can see that later, that sometimes you have a ceramic or porcelain, a thick, not a thick, the thickness of it, it's around 5 or 10 centimeters, but after that we'll find a sand. The sand is not suitable for installing this bolt or the turnstile, so we have some tricks we will discuss later to know how to overcome this problem. This is the normal view for the bolt. You see here, I drilled here the hole, and take care the hole must be narrow, not wide, to enter the bolt after it. As you can hear, there is no gaps between the bolt and the cement side in the hole, so I have to put it here, and I should make a difficult entering this bolt. When I make a hole, I should know that it must not be wider than the bolt itself. This is as we see here that we have an acmon, and this side is very wide, so when I begin to twist clockwise or clockwise the bolt, this side will be getting wider, so it can, here no clearance should be, so it can fit very good in the cement here. And if I wish to add some materials like epoxy or healthy as the slide before, it will be very good. Here the same, you should here put this is a side section for the bolt itself. As you see, this is the one, when I twisted this, it will be upwards and make this part wider, so it will fit in the cement. I was talking about that you can face a porcelain or a ceramic with, and under it will be a sand. How can I overcome this problem? Simply, we will have this bolt that we can, after installing it, we can screw it, and as you see here, it like a parachute. It calls anyway a parachute bolt. It can put it so it can be like what we see here, that when this one will be this one will be porcelain or ceramic, and this part will be in the sand. So when I screw this part, the head of the bolt, this one will make a tight between the bolt and the turnstile. We have an inner GEMO Smart Relay. It's sort of PLC, but it's very simple PLC. It's Turkish made. It's very simple smart relay. We have here, as you can see, this is the main power supply, line and neutral. We have here plus and minus come from the panel, from the turnstile itself. We have here input R1, input 2, 3 until input 14. We have here outputs. We have Q1 output and to Q20. We have here a functional and set 1, 2, 3. We no need to know how to program this PLC because it's already came programmed. So we'll know only the basics. If we need to change something, we will know it later. First, if we need to change the waiting time closing after opening, simply we will press set 1, this one, then after 5 seconds we will enter password F000, and then in the screen we will appear this Turkish language, ACIKZA. After that, I can pull from one, I can track from 1, 2, 3, and put the time I need to close, the waiting time. We can see it here. Set 1. Okay. Then to save, I have to press set 1. If I want to disable the wing from closing after opening, simply I will press set 1, then I will wait 5 seconds until the and entering the password F000, then I will it will display set 32 close with the timer 0 if I want it to be off, 1 if it's on. So I have to put it 0, and I can change it from F1, F2, F3. Then to save this, I will press set 3. You can see now set 1 until display. Then I 1, 2, 3. Then to save, I have to press set 3. Now, if I need to change the response time to open after it's closed, because I have a reader and I want to get through in, so it's supposed to be very quick. If I want to make a time before opening these wings, simply I will press set 1, then waiting 5 seconds until I put the password F000. The display will indicate set 32 open wait 0, deactivate 1 if active. Then I will choose from 1 and 2 and 3, and I want to make save, so I press finally set 3. Now the important thing is that the connecting itself. Now this one, the 13 pin with the -1, has an output 15 volt. This one will make the wings only move to the clockwise. And if I connect 15 with minus, this means the 15 volt make the wings only work towards the counterclockwise. This one you have to say that this one is especially for the display. The display card called BM29. It's an optional, but if I need it, I can make connection between neutral and Q7 or Q8. If I connect it with Q7 and 8, the Q7 will go to the display card at 24 volt socket, and the Q8 will enter at control. So I will have an X red mark. If I want to, I swapped these two ones, then it will be a green arrow. This is an optional if I need to make an additional display card. About the thermal block, it's a normal thermal block. It's here, it's green, but in the field it will be, in the machine itself it will be blue. So it will be a blue connector, as we see here that we have connection here between this and this side and this side. So this side is equally the same. So it's a connector between each side. It's important here. Here is the main one I will connect to my push bottom or anything. We'll see the details now. It's here marked from 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 10. The 1 is lower and 10 will be the upper. If I want to connect an emergency, I have to connect between 5 and 1, as we can see. This is an emergency, or I can connect it to the fire panel. If I want to make an output, so I will connect between 4 and 1. If I want to end through, I will connect between 3 and 1. As I said, if I want to make the wing is moving one way. It will be bi-direction, but moving one way. I will connect between this part to 12 here in the PLC. Can I see here? The gate will open to left side only, and here the gate will open to right side only. So if I want the gate to not work in the wings, to not work in the both direction, I can put that wire from 11 to 10, and or from 12 to 10 here. The most important things and issues you can find, sometimes the sensor is very important to check it. This sensor is important that make when it's one of, we have two sensors. If one of them is not working, the entire turnstile will not work. So in our model here, you can find in the turnstile when it's on, this part is leaded. So if you find one of them is not LED, you have to change it. And it's a very simple. It's here in every local market. So this one is very important, and the place will be on the upper side of the turnstile from above. As you see here, if you open the turnstile inside, this is the sensors I was talking about. This part is Smart Relay here, and you can find all of them in 80% or 90%, all of them is jumpers and wired. The only part that you need to play in, this one, the thermal connector. No need to make anything of smart relay or a control panel. This is the main control panel for the T150, and this is the only part that you connected in. Finally, we are now want to connect the turnstile with access control. Is very simple. As we see here in access control has reader 1 and reader 2. Reader 1 related with lock 1, reader 2 related with lock 2. So the readers connected with access control. About the lock, we can consider the turnstile is 2 doors. One door is in and the out is exit. So the lock 1 here, it will connected with 4 and 1. The lock 2 here will be connected with 3 and 1. The emergency, we can take it direct from the access control to the 5 and 1, or we have an emergency external from is not related for access control, so I can direct connect it from 5 to 1. Thank you for your visit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.